Morning everybody, hope you're well this morning. I'm going to record a couple of half an hour short videos this morning. The aim with these is so that you can mix and match and put them together, different sequences as you wish. So we're going to start off doing a level 1 and a level 2 bottom and leg quick workout. I'm also going to do the same for arms and tummy, and also record a couple of mobility ones as well. So if you want, you can choose a few and do them kind of back to back. That's the idea anyway. So we're going to start off just with a level 1 bottom and leg workout this morning. Okay, so we're going to bring your feet just underneath your hips, and we're just going to get straight to it. So I just want you to make sure that your weight is even through your feet, spine and pelvis are in neutral, shoulders are down, and we're just going to connect gently into your lower tummy. So thinking about your imaginary zip, pubic bone to tummy button, and we're just going to lift into there, and we're going to hold it. So we're just going to keep that tension on. So we're going to start off just doing some squats. So we're going to connect, we're going to breathe in and come down into a squat, and breathe out to come up. And we're just going to keep going, breathing down, breathe out up. So we're going to lift the arms to just shoulder height. Make sure as you're lifting the arms, we're not hunching into the shoulders. If you look down at your knees, just make sure that they're angling out over second and third toe, and they're not sweeping in. So we don't want any odd angles of the knees coming in like this. So keep that nice parallel line going through the legs. As usual, any problems don't do. If you've got any knee problems, hip problems, low back problems potentially, just listen to your body as usual. Don't do anything you're not happy with. We're just going to keep it going. Breathe in down, breathe out up. Great, let's do 3 more of these. Then we're going to hold at the bottom, we're going to add some heel lifts in. So we're going to keep the arms up just so that the hands are level with your shoulders. We're going to lift the heels, and then we're going to lower the heels. So this time we're going to breathe out to lift, breathe in lower. Breathe out, lift, breathe in lower, breathe out, lift. So just a really small movement, try and keep the pelvis nice and level. We're going to do 2 more. And then last one, we're going to hold the heels up, we're going to stretch up the legs. So keep the heels lifted, stretch the legs, and then lower the heels. And we're going to go again, so down, lift the heels, stretch up, and lower. Down, lift the heels, stretch up and lower. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. So obviously working into your balance now as well. So just be careful. Make sure you don't fall over. Lift, stretch, down. Lower, lift, stretch, and down. We're going to do 2 more. And come down, well done. Just shake off your knees. We're going to come into lunges now. So we're going to take a step forward with one leg. Just make sure that your back heel is lifted. And just check that both feet are pointing forward. So we don't want to be standing with one leg turned out to the side. Both feet are pointed straight ahead, okay? Remember, it's the back leg that's doing the work. We still want to make sure shoulders are down, nice neutral spine. We're just going to sink that back knee straight down towards the mat and then come back up. So we're going to breathe in to come down, breathe out to come up. We're still connecting pubic bone to tummy button. Breathe in, breathe out. Now, really important with lunges that one, you keep your pelvis as level as you can, so we don't want to be twisting or dropping through the pelvis. But also really important to make sure that your knees are bending into that nice angle again. So again, we don't want that front leg sweeping in. Keep it bending out over second and third toe. Let's take the arms out and keep going. Breathe in down, breathe out lift. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Keep going. Every time you breathe out, we're trying to connect that bit deeper into your tummy. We're going to do 2 more. And last one, we're going to hold at the bottom, we're going to pulse for 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up, well done. Just shake off your legs. Surprisingly gets your heart rate going as well doing these. I think I've got my heating on too high as well, which probably doesn't help the situation. So we're going to bring feet forwards again. We're going on to the other side, so nice step forward other side. Just make sure again that you're lifting the back heel. Both feet are pointing forwards. Just make sure again you're connecting into your core, shoulders are down. And again, we're going to go down and up. Just make sure again, front knee is angling out over second and third toe. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. In, out. Let's keep going. Nice level pelvis. Shoulder blades are drawing down. You don't have to take your arms out to the side like this. You can cross them over. You can take hand to elbows in front, or you can just have your arms down by your side, whatever you want to do. Again, every time you breathe out and lift, we're connecting pubic bone to tummy button. Just that little bit more, so just draw up into your imaginary zip. Let's just do one more, we're going to pulse for 10 at the bottom. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come up, well done. Just shake off your legs again. Lunges and squats, such important exercises, functional exercises, things that you're doing every day, throughout the day. So really useful exercises to bring in to any program really, as long as your knees feel okay. Right, so we're going to come down onto the floor now. So like I said, this is a little bit of a blast this morning, so we're not faffing about. We're going to come down onto your front. Now, if you're not happy lying on your tummy completely flat, use a little block or a cushion just underneath your pelvis, just to neutralise your spine a little bit and make sure that you're not overarching into your back. So we're going to come straight down. Hands are going to go underneath forehead, so one hand on top of the other, forehead is down on top, and then just make sure your shoulder blades are down, feet, knees and hips are lined up, so nice and parallel, and we want to try and get that spine into a neutral position. So just make sure you're not overarching into that lower back, so think about tucking tailbone under ever so slightly, and then again we're just going to zip into the tummy. So we're going to take it nice and easy, but it is going to be continuous. If you're not happy with this particular exercise, come down a level, so come back to the one that we were just doing, okay? So we're going to keep the pelvis level, shoulders down, tummy in. We're going to take a breath in to prepare. As you breathe out, we're going to bend one knee and then straighten. Other side and straighten. We're going to keep going. Breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. So although this is a simple exercise, I mean, all we're doing is bending and straightening the knees, it's really important that you focus on what's going on around the spine and pelvis. So as you bend the knee, it's very easy to allow the back to arch, particularly if you've got some tightness coming through your hip flexors, the muscles at the front of your hip and your thigh. So just make sure that you're not taking it to the point where you feel your back's arching. Keep that lower tummy switched on. Just don't take it too far if you feel like you can't control the movement. So we're just going to keep going for a few more. Just one more each side. And then we're going to change. We're going to keep the legs straight this time. We're going to reach one leg away from the mat and down. Other side, lift and down. Keep going. So this time we're working from the hip and we're trying to get glute switching on. So the big muscles sitting at the back into your bottom. Now again, it's really easy to lose control with this exercise. So as you lift the leg, we don't want to be arching the spine. So try and keep the knees straight. It's just a small movement, so you're not trying to lift the leg as high as you possibly can. If you feel like you're twisting or arching, don't take the leg up too high. Let's keep it going. We're going to add on the next one. So we're going to lift the leg again, keeping it straight, but we're going to add your knee bend in again. Straighten, down. So hover, bend, straighten, down. Breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. Out, in, out, in. Keep it going. One more each side. Ooh. And then we're going to do some paddling. So we're going to lift both legs away from the floor just a couple of inches. I want you to imagine you've got a float underneath your forehead and your hands. So you're holding onto the float in front, and we're just going to paddle with the legs. Now it's just a really small movement up and down. Try to keep your knees straight, so we're really working from the hip and getting those glutes firing off. Let's keep it going, keep breathing. Breathe in for 2, out for 2. And we'll just keep going for a few more. And then come down, well done. Now we're going to push up onto hands and knees. Stretch out your arms, bottom back on heels and hold it. And then we're going to turn onto your side. So you can stay with your little block or your little cushion just underneath your hip if you feel like your hip digs into the floor. We've got a bigger block underneath your head, just to make sure that you're nice and comfortable. Knees are going to start bent, feet are together, down on the floor. Your block is going to go in between your arm and your ear, and then I just want you to try and create a little space in between your side and the floor. So we don't want to be completely flat or squashed into the floor through your side. Get your imaginary blueberry, stick it in your side. We don't want to swish it. Okay, so we're going to keep hip forward, connect into your core. We're going to open and we're going to close with that top leg. Okay, so we're going to zip up into your imaginary zip. Breathe out, open. Breathe in, close. Breathe out. Breathe in. Out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. We're just going to keep going. As you open that top knee, just make sure that you're not allowing yourself to roll back. So we're keeping the hips stacked forward. Okay, we're going to keep going. 2 more of these, and then we're going to progress. So we're going to lift the feet a couple of inches, off we go again. Breathe out, breathe in, connect, breathe out, breathe in. Keep that little space in your side, keep that top shoulder drawing down. You can just support yourself in front with a couple of fingers, so we don't want to be digging down with that top hand, just a little bit of support. On the next one we can add on again, so we're going to lift, but then we're going to lift that top foot, so we're going to take the knee up towards the ceiling. Feet come back together and close the knee. So we're going to open, we're going to reach, keeping that space in your side. Remember, don't let that spine flatten into the floor. Breathe out and lift, and breathe in and lower. Breathe out and lift, breathe in and down. Keep going. Let's just do one more. And then we're going to come down, lower the feet, and we're going to stretch that top leg out, keeping the bottom knee bent. We've still got that little space in your side. This time we're going to connect again, pubic bone to tummy button. We're going to breathe out and lift that top leg, breathe in down, keeping that space in your side again. So breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in. Let's point the toes on the way up, and then flex the ankle as you come down. Point on the way up, flex the ankle as you come down. So just lengthening that little bit more into your calf as the leg lowers. Let's keep it going. We're going to do 3 more. Remember, stop if you need to. Last one, we're going to hold it and we're going to pulse at the top. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come down. Let's do that once more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come in, give it a little breather. Stretch it out here. Okay, so let's just turn on to the other side, get the other side done. So we're going to do exactly the same little sequence again, obviously other leg. So set yourself up, we've got knees bent again. And we're going back to your clams. So connect, hips are forward, shoulders are down, space in the side, we're going to open and we're going to close. Breathe out, so again really light support with that front hand. Breathe out, open, breathe in, close. Now remember, you don't have to move on to the harder bits. You can just stay at the easier levels. So if this is already enough, just stay here. We're going to move on if you want. So we're going to lift the feet. Off we go again. Breathe out, breathe in. Breathe out, breathe in. Let's do 2 more. And then we're going to add on again. So we're going to open, but then we're going to lift. And then feet together and close. Connect, breathe out and lift. Breathe in and down. Breathe out, lift, breathe in and down. Breathe out, lift, breathe in and down. We're going to do 2 more. Breathe out, up, in and lower. Last one. And come down. Excellent. So this time bottom leg is going to stay bent. We're going to stretch out the top leg. Obviously make sure you've got space. You don't smack into walls and radiators, etc. So again, space in your side. Connect into your core. Off we go again. Breathe out, lift, and breathe in, down. Keep that top shoulder drawing down. Keep that connection on pubic bone to tummy button. Light support with that top hand. So again, just check that as you're lifting that leg, you're not allowing that spine to flatten into the floor. Hopefully you can feel a nice burning coming through those hip muscles. So let's do 2 more. And then we're going to pulse. So we're going to come up for 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down. Last time. Up. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down. Hug it up and just give yourself another little stretch. Well done. So we're almost there. We're going to turn over onto your back, into your bridges. Now it's up to you. I quite like to have a smaller pad underneath my head for bridges because you feel like you're losing your chin otherwise. If you're quite arched into your upper back, or if you have neck problems or whatever, then feel free to use a bigger block. So just go with what feels comfortable. You don't have to be perfect all of the time. Sometimes comfort is more important than alignment, particularly. So feet, knees and hips are parallel. Neutral spine, shoulders down. We're going to go straight into your bridges. Now you have a couple of options with your bridges. You can keep your spine straight, or if you want to work at mobility as well, we can roll up through the spine, we can roll down through the spine. If you have osteoporosis, I don't want you to do the rolling up. If you've got back pain, you might not want to do the rolling up and rolling down. So again, just listen to your body. Don't do anything you're not happy with. If you prefer, we can just squeeze the glutes. So think about bringing sitting bones together and just lift straight up and then straight back down. So you don't have to do the rolling bit, okay? But we are going to do the rolling. We're going to go through the rolling bit now. So take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're just going to scoop the tailbone under. Going to lift the tailbone. Try to keep your knees parallel with your hips as you lift. So we don't want to allow the knees to flop out to the side. Hold it for a breath in, and then we're going to start from the top of the spine. We're going to roll back down, one segment at a time, back to the tailbone. We're going to keep it going. So breathe out, come up. Really feel those glutes activating at the top, and then we're coming back down again. So you should still feel a bit of a connection coming through into your tummy. Let's add on a little bit on the next one. So we're going to lift, we're going to hold, try and keep your pelvis nice and level. We're going to lift the heels and lower. And again, breathe out, breathe in. Now you can just do one heel at a time, you don't have to do both heels together. Try not to let your hips drop. If you want to make this harder, let's take the arms up, so the hands are just over the shoulders, but draw the shoulder blades down into the floor. 3 more. And then bring your arms down and control back down to the mat. This time we're going to add on a little bit more, but if you feel like this next progression is too much, I don't want you to do it. So go back to what we've just been doing. So breath in, breathing out, we're going to roll back up. We're going to hold at the top. This time we're going to take a breath in, keep the pelvis level. We're going to breathe out, take one leg to tabletop, breathe in, bring it down. Now really try to keep the glutes switched on. Try not to drop the pelvis down. So we're really keeping that nice active squeeze, particularly through your stabilising leg. Breathe out, connect that bit deeper into your core. Breathe in down, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, in. We're going to do one more on each side. And hold it here. Keep that nice lift through your glutes. We're going to lower the hips down, but nice and slow, and we're not going to touch the floor. And then we're going to squeeze and lift nice and slow back up. So we're going to breathe in, come straight down towards the floor this time. We're not rolling down through the spine. Don't let the hips touch. Squeeze and lift back up. And again, nice and slow. And nice and slow back up. And we're just going to do 2 more. And hold at the top. And this time we're going to roll back down again. So breath in, breathe out, nice and slow. We're going to start from the top of the spine, work all the way through and down. And then when you get to the bottom, just draw your knees in, let your back flatten. We're just going to rotate the legs. So let's just do a few stretches here for your legs now after that. And then you're done. So we're going to bring your feet to the floor. We're going to rest one foot onto the opposite knee. Just see how that feels. If it's already stretching, leave it where it is. If you want to increase the stretch, we can hug the other leg in towards you and just hold it. Just breathe into it. So we're trying to really let go into the stretch. Hold, breathe. We're trying to aim to hold for about 30 seconds. So if you want to spend a bit longer on your stretches, then feel free. Okay, let's swap. And then we'll just do hamstring as well. So if you take hold of the back of the leg, you're just going to reach the leg to the ceiling so you can feel the stretch coming through the back of the thigh, possibly into your calf as well. We're just going to hold it here, and I just want you to point and flex the ankle. So we're just taking the stretch just that little deeper and then taking it off again. Okay, and then bend the knee, bring that leg down. We'll do the same on the other side. and then come down. Well done. Let's just glue the legs together. Take your arms to the side. We're just going to roll the knees to one side, keeping the shoulder blades drawing down into the floor. Just allow your head to rotate opposite direction. Hold it for a breath in, and then we're going to draw the knees back up to the centre and then over to the other side. So again, we're going over, breath in, hold, and then drawing through the tummy, breathe out, bring the knees back to the centre. We'll just do one more each way. And come back, well done. And then nice and carefully, just turn over onto your side and sit yourself up. So well done. So you've just completed level 1, legs and glutes and bottom. Hope you enjoyed it. I am going to be recording a level 2, which will be quite a step forward, so it'll be a little bit more advanced. So if you want to stay at this level, if you've got back problems, if you've got any knee issues, if you've had surgery on your knees or whatever, you might just want to stick with this level for now. But as usual, any problems, message me. If you're not happy with any particular exercise, or if you're just not sure about anything, or indeed if this class is even appropriate for you, then please do get in touch, and just if you've got any